Good afternoon, honored guests, friends, and family of the Spanish River Community High School class of 2018. At this time, if you would find a seat, and for your safety and the security of our graduates, please refrain from walking and or standing in the aisles as the commencement for Spanish River Community High School is ready to begin. Would you all please rise for the entrance of the Spanish River Community High School graduating class of 2018, led by Principal William Latson.
Thank you to our award-winning Silver Sound Band, led by our band director, Mr. Craig White. Family and friends, please remain standing. Seniors, please turn and face forward and remain standing. And gentlemen, please remove your caps. Welcome, honored guests, parents, family, and friends to the Spanish River High School Class of 2018 commencement. We will begin with the Pledge of Allegiance, led by Student Government President Lily Alperstein and Senior Class President Eric Lorenzo.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The Star-Spangled Banner will be sung by the Senior Ensemble under the direction of Rita DeDominic. Thank you to the Senior Ensemble and Mrs. Rita DeDominic. Guests, please be seated. Graduates, you can go ahead and please be seated as well. Thank you. The 2018 class of Spanish River has made some great accomplishments this year. They have a combined scholarship earning of over $14 million. We were honored with 7 National Merit Scholarship finalists, 2 Pathfinder Award winners, a Viner Scholarship recipient, and over 15 athletic scholarship signees, as well as a multitude of individual honors bestowed on the students for their excellence in the performing arts, academics, athletics, and leadership. Their vast academic and philanthropic accolades are too numerous to point out at this time, but I'm inspired and honored to have worked with such an accomplished group of students. Our students will represent Spanish River in the most prestigious public and private institutions of higher learning in the United States, as well as being represented in every Division I college in the state of Florida, strengthening the academic and financial foundation of our state. Through the students' involvement in our industry certification programs, there will be a number who will enter directly into the workforce, as well as protecting our country through their service in the armed forces. Congratulations to these students. At this time, I take great pride in introducing the class of 2018 officers as well as Mr. and Mrs. Spanish River. Please stand as I call your name. Our senior class president is Eric Lorenzo. Eric is the son of Emmy Perez and Jose Lorenzo. He will be attending the Florida State University. The vice president is Houston Barinholtz. He is the son of Dory Barinholtz. He will be attending the University of Florida. Class secretary is Alexa Damlia. She's the daughter of Lisa and David Damlia, and Alexa will be attending the University of Georgia. Our final officer is the treasurer, Rachel Cutler. She's the daughter of Cheryl and Richard Cutler, and Rachel will be attending Florida Gulf Coast University. Now I'd like to introduce Miss Spanish River, Kyla Gladstone. She's the daughter of Barbara and David Gladstone, and she will also be attending the Florida State University. University of Florida, I'm sorry. I'm happy because I'm a Gator, so I messed that one up. And last but not least, Mr. Spanish River, Joseph Lipsich. He will be attending the University of Michigan. He is the son of Wendy and Todd Lipsich. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you for your service to Spanish River this past year. It has been an absolute honor working with all of you. Thank you. Now I would like to introduce our esteemed platform guests. First, our sign language interpreters, Ms. Jamie Aranda and Ms. Kate Robertson. I'd like to thank you for your service today and also for the service of our students who were signing just a minute ago during the Pledge of Allegiance taught by Mrs. Felice Marcus. Thank you. It gives me great pleasure to introduce our school board members in attendance, Mrs. Karen Brill, our District 3 representative, Attorney Frank Barbieri, who represents Spanish River High School and is a great supporter of our school. And we have Dr. Seth Bernstein, Senior Vice President, Community Investments for the United Way of Palm Beach County. The principal of Omni Middle School, Mr. Gerald Riopel. Diana Fetterman, the Assistant Superintendent of Teaching and Learning. Our South Area Instructional Superintendent, Dr. Glenda Sheffield. Our South Area Superintendent, Dr. Ian B. Saltzman. The Deputy Superintendent, Keith R. Oswald. Your Assistant Principal, Mr. Ira Solid. And last, I'm honored to have the opportunity to welcome and introduce Dr. Donald E. Fenoy II. Dr. Donald Fenoy is the 26th Superintendent of Schools for the School District of Palm Beach County. The district is the 11th largest district in the country with a student enrollment of more than 193,000 students. Prior to his appointment as Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Fenoy served as the district's Chief Operating Officer. He graduated from Florida A&M University with a degree in elementary education. He went on to earn a master's degree in educational leadership and a doctorate in educational leadership and administration from the University of Central Florida. He and his wife, Kendra, are the proud parents of two beautiful children. I present to you Dr. Donald E. Fenoy, our superintendent.
Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, let's try that again. Good afternoon, everyone. That's much better. This is a great time for us all to be together. I am so humbled and honored to be standing in front of the class of 2018. We need you. We need you more than ever, and I'm just so thankful that I have an opportunity to serve in this capacity. Parents, teachers, and guests, I'd like to thank you for your personal investment in the students walking across the stage today. No one truly accomplishes anything that is worth accomplishing alone. So students, before this day is over, I hope you take a moment, and I mean many moments, to say thank you to the people who helped you get here today. The spirit of gratitude is something my mother taught me early in life. To this day, even this morning, in fact, she reminded me that since she gave birth to me, I literally owe her my life. I know there are many mothers in this room that feel the exact same way. Saying thank you is an acknowledgement that someone has made your life better for just a moment or for forever. Not because they had to, but because they could. Saying thank you is a phrase that acknowledges the very tenet of our humanity, that we need one another. My mother also taught me that I should say thank you frequently and often, and more today than I did the day before. The same is true for a small phrase, I'm sorry. You should always be eager to right a wrong, especially if you can do it with just two simple words, I'm sorry. Misunderstandings and hard feelings can easily become oceans that unnecessarily divide us. You're entering adulthood in extraordinarily complex times. I have high hopes that your generation pens the chapter that brings us closer together, despite our many differences. One of the things that I'm super proud of is that I happen to be the son of a man who served 22 years in the U.S. Armed Forces. Thank you. Upon his return from Desert Storm, he joined a program called Troops to Teachers and served another 20 years teaching third grade. My father and I went to college the same year, 1994. Two gifts that, something interesting about growing up in a military family. My father was a man of few words. My mother was sort of the stronghold of the family, but two gifts I remember from my father. In the first grade, when we were stationed in England, he gave me an alarm clock. It was a Mickey Mouse alarm clock. Because at that time on that particular base, it was on me to get up every morning and walk myself to school. The next gift I remember was 1994 when I graduated from high school. He gave me another alarm clock. And the reason for this alarm clock is simply this. I need you to remember this, graduates, that for the next few days, you need to continue to set your alarm clock. You're here today because, like it or not, you got out of bed every single day. My father taught me that getting out of bed with purpose is the most common denominator in achieving your next goal and every goal that follows. So again, I understand, I empathize. Take a few days off, celebrate, but you need to get back to setting your alarm clock. On behalf of the School District of Palm Beach County and our school board members, I'll just say this in closing. We love you, and congratulations to the class of 2018.
At this time, students, I will take the opportunity to honor your first teachers, your parents, grandparents, guardians, and those family members who've been there for you every step of the way. They supported you through every good and not so good decision that you've made. And thank you for all that you've done for our graduating seniors. It's your commitment and dedication that has us all here. So parents, guardians, grandparents, please stand and be acknowledged at this point. Thank you. Thank you again. Students within this hall are educators who sacrificed for you to make sure that you were successful. They work with you many a day and night to make sure you were able to sit where you're sitting at this moment. Students, please help me in honoring those teachers, counselors, secretaries, coaches, aides, custodians, and all other faculty and staff who are there to help you be the best you could be. Spanish River faculty and staff, please rise and be acknowledged. The class of 2018, you've had one eventful senior year. We started the year with a total eclipse of the sun, a once-in-a-lifetime event. We then had to deal with the aftermath of Hurricane Irma, which disrupted the flow of the year and all your planned activities. We worked to get back to normalcy, and then we were hit with a tragedy that none will ever forget. Charles Swindoll's quote sums this up best. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% of how you react to it. I chose that quote because it leads me to the good that came out of all of that as a reaction to what life threw at you this memorable senior year. You, the class of 2018, are the good that came out of what occurred this school year. You as students came together in a manner I've not seen from high school students ever. You united as young adults, supported and consoled one another. You had conversations that were difficult emotionally and socially. You thought through what was happening around you, and instead of being consumed with fear, apprehension, and despair, you rose and you came together. After the initial push on marching and walkouts, you processed the information in a very mature manner and sent your student leaders to meet with me, because in your words, you wanted to do something that was meaningful and would spark a long-term change. From that meeting came your student-led rally to Unite. I met with more of you who created organizations to support students in various ways, to raise money for awareness, to become student advocates, and have your voices heard, not just in Palm Beach County, but in the state. As I stated, your goal from our initial meeting was to spark a long-term change. Today, I'm here to tell you that you are the change that you seek. Through your actions, you've shown me, your teachers, and the Boca Raton community that you are a force to be reckoned with. When you as a group have a single focus, you are powerful. Each one of you is going to go your separate ways, some to college, some to the workforce, the military maybe. But all that is doing is spreading the seed of change all around the world. As you get to wherever life takes you, remember that you are the change the world seeks and needs. I know you've been told that you're children and that you're not strong enough to, or it's impossible to make the changes you seek. Remember this: alleged impossibilities are opportunities for our capacities to be stretched. You have proven that nothing is impossible. I leave you with a quote I refer to frequently when I need to remember why I do what I do. It's from the poet Maya Angelou. She writes, "My mission in life is not merely to survive, but thrive, and to do so with some passion, some compassion, some humor, and some style." Class of 2018, continue with what you've started and go out and thrive and do it with style. I thank you for the memories and know that you've taught me a lot about the spirit of teenagers, and it gives me great hope for our future knowing that you are there constructing it. Class of 2018, I thank you for a truly memorable year, and you will be missed and never forgotten. I love you guys. Now I present to you Jessica Land. Jessica's the daughter of Donald and James Land. She will be attending the University of Central Florida. She will be singing the class of 2018 song, Brave.
Tomorrow, it's a little overwhelming, and the air is cold, and I'm not the same anymore. I've been running in your direction, turn to be brave. If this is the last time before we say goodbye, at least it's the first day of the rest of my life. I can't be afraid, 'cause it's my turn to be brave. All along, all I ever wanted was to be the light when your life was daunting, but I can't see mine. I feel as though you're pushing me away. Well, who's to blame? Are we making the right choices? 'Cause we can't be sure if we're hearing our own voices as we close the door, even though we are so desperate to stay. If this is the moment I stand here on my own, if this is my rite of passage that somehow leads me home, I might be afraid, but it's my turn to be brave. If this is the last time before we say goodbye, at least it's the first day of the rest of my life. I can't be afraid, 'cause it's my turn to be brave. Oh, brave. And I might still cry, and I might still bleed. There's thorns in my side, this heart on my sleeve, and lightning may strike this ground at my feet, and I might still crash, but I still believe this is the moment I stand here all alone, with everything I have inside, everything I own. I might be afraid, but it's my turn to be brave. If this is the last time before we say goodbye, at least it's the first day of the rest of my life. I can't be afraid, 'cause it's my turn to be brave. I can't be afraid. It's my turn to be brave.
Thank you, Jessica. Very nicely done. We will now have student speeches by our student leaders. Our first speech is by our student government president, Lily Alperstein. Lily is the daughter of Jillian Klein and Simon Alperstein. She will attend the University of Florida.
Good afternoon, parents, teachers, staff, and last but certainly not least, students. Many of us enter high school dreaming of the days we will become a high school graduate and go off to college. And although we are told all of the time, it goes by so fast, enjoy every moment, we never completely grasp how truthful that statement really is. At least I know I didn't. We all know most graduation speeches recap on our time in high school. And when I was first told I only have 90 seconds, I couldn't even figure out how it would be possible to talk about 4 years, 1,460 days, 35,040 hours of our lives in that seemingly insignificant amount of time. And then I realized, these last 4 years did not feel like 4 years. Frankly, as unbelievable as it sounds, I remember what I wore on the first day of freshman year. From our first pep rally with all 4 classes, where we sat in the bleachers until we were screamed at to get up, to our last pep rally, with only one other class where we won our last spirit stick. We have endured many changes together, but everything feels like it could have happened 90 seconds ago. Going from lunch A and B to one lunch, to no longer having the luxury of doing homework in first period during homeroom, to getting out of school a whole 10 minutes later, from being afraid and uneasy in the hallways to knowing the school like the back of our hands. I don't know about all of you, but these trivial things have become ingrained in my brain, and I feel like I have been doing them my whole life. But when you go deeper and think about each year, each class, each teacher and friend in sports team, it feels like we just began yesterday. I guess what I'm trying to say is that although it was 4 years, we all put meaning into those 4 years and created memories that make everything seem like it is still the present. Well, we all made it through the SAT stress, and now it is time to move on, and this present that we have all created in our minds will officially become the past. But this only leads us into the next 90 seconds of our lives, which will also come and go. So I guess it's a pretty great thing that we have a lot of these moments in our lives. Thank you, and best of luck to the class of 2018.
It is a pleasure to reintroduce to you our senior class president, Eric Lorenzo, for his senior class president remarks.
Good afternoon, parents, teachers, families, and the reason we are all here today, the class of 2018. I am so honored to be standing in front of you today as a member of this talented class and a witness of the greatness we have achieved. I've thought a lot about what I would be saying as I stood in front of thousands of people, worrying if my hands were going to shake too much or if my heart was going to beat out of my chest, and out of desperation, I even considered making a cliche graduation speech, talking about how we're the future of the world or that we'll conquer our biggest fears, but found it too cliche. Then I realized that talking about how cliche graduation speeches are is a cliche in itself. Coming to the realization that I needed a different approach, I took a look back at my years at Spanish River. Coming in as a freshman, I was awkward, didn't have any friends, or a sense of style. Still working on that last one. Either way, I realized that high school is a completely different world and a hard creature to conquer. They tell us the point of school is to learn and get good grades so that we can go off to college or eventually move on to bigger and better things. But what does all of this mean if you do it alone? The truth is, high school isn't about the research papers and the grueling homework. And it isn't about that huge test you have tomorrow that you haven't even started studying for yet. High school is about the people you will meet along the way. It's about staying up late to talk to that special someone. It's about Friday nights, football games, and late night runs to Brendy's. It seems crazy to me when we are told that when we leave high school, we will be taking our first steps into the real world. What was the last 4 years then? Was none of it real? Why so many rhetorical questions? The point is that it is okay to have questions. It is okay that we don't know everything, and what we don't know, life will teach us. Everything is not learned in the classroom, and the real lessons are taught outside of it. The people sitting next to you have been your biggest teachers and supporters. They have given you the tools to be confident and believe in yourself. They have helped you through the toughest years of your life and stood by you through tragedy. We came together in times of adversity and supported each other in moments of weakness. Tragedy has struck our hearts, and cries met our ears, but as a class, we stuck together and answered tragedy with prosperity and cries with support and open arms. As a class, we are a unit, and that unit shall never be broken. Our unity does not end when you get your diploma, it doesn't end when you step off the stage, and it doesn't end when you take your first steps into the real world, whatever that means. The class of 2018 will forever live on in the bonds we have created and the memories we have together. From the awkwardness of freshman year to the confident seniors we became, I say thank you for taking chances, thank you for the memories, and thank you for the lessons that were taught. I'll see you guys in 10 years for the reunion.
Thank you, Eric. Next, I present to you the class of 2018 salutatorian, Jordan Merrill. Jordan is the daughter of Lauren and Barry Merrill. Jordan has achieved a very competitive HPA of a 5.4 and will attend Columbia University in the fall.
Good afternoon, class of 2018, family and friends. Sitting in front of me are hundreds of people I've had the pleasure of meeting during my 4 years here, and hundreds of people who have probably never seen me in their lives. Regardless of whether or not we actually know each other, and regardless of how different some of our lives may be, we're all connected. It's our shared experiences as a class at Spanish River that gives us this bond. We all sat in homeroom watching people give painfully awkward SGA speeches over the announcements. We all stood for hours in the blaring sun taking prom pictures that always ended up being blurry. We all survived the horrors of the student parking lot, some of us better than others. It's because we go through these experiences that I know we'll survive whatever life throws at us. Next year, we're going to be everywhere. Some of us will be here in Florida, some of us will venture to states like Michigan or California, and some of us may be across the ocean. I'll be in New York City, trying not to get trampled by pedestrians and taxi cabs, reminiscing about my time at Spanish River and the incredible people that I've met along the way. I started at this school terrified. I was an extremely shy freshman who was afraid to walk into her Chinese 1 class in the portables. But today I stand here triumphant. The fear of new situations that I used to feel was completely erased thanks to my time here. And I know that everyone else graduating with me has been helped by Spanish River in some way. So I want to say thank you to all of you. And if you hadn't thanked your friends, family, your teachers, administrators, custodians, and anyone else who has helped along the way, today would be a good time. Personally, I'd like to take a moment to say thank you to my mom for your daily reminder that I won't graduate if I don't finish Hope, and to my dad for the grueling college payments that'll be coming in the mail soon. You're the best, and who knows where I would be without you. And to all the parents here, you've made our high school experiences infinitely easier because we know we had you to rely on. We had our family and friends to uplift us, and our teachers to always encourage and challenge us along the way, and just be generally amazing at their jobs. I don't know if it was Miss Shanti's puppets or Mr. Dobbs' daily presence in the courtyard that did it, but I believe our time at Spanish River has helped us grow, not only academically, but as people and as a community. So no matter how old we are or what we're doing, I know we'll never forget the memories we made at Spanish River. Thank you.
Thank you, Jordan. It is with great pride I now present you the Spanish River High School's class of 2018 valedictorian, Tahir Kambadi. Tahir is the son of Rashida and Juzer Kambadi. Tahir has accomplished a remarkable HPA of a 5.49 HPA, and he will attend Duke University in the fall. Tahir.
I would like to dedicate my speech to those who lost their lives in the tragedies that occurred at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School and Santa Fe High School, for they are all in our hearts and prayers. Welcome staff, teachers, administrators, distinguished guests, undistinguished guests, parents, siblings, and most importantly, class of 2018. Well, let me just start off by telling you what an honor it is for you guys to sit there and listen to me talk today. First and foremost, thank you to all the supporters in the crowd today. All of you out there who have served as our rock these past 17 or 18 years. To my mom and dad, I cannot put into words how much I appreciate all the sacrifices you have made for me my whole life. Without you, forget about being valedictorian. I honestly don't know if I would have graduated high school. So, class of 2018. I stand before you today after putting a lot of thought into how I would make this speech unique. How could I know the right things to say to my friends, family, and everybody I care about? Somewhere along the way, I realized that the best chance I have at reducing you all to tears is to simply speak from my heart. These last 4 years were a challenge. They were a challenge for each of us in our own way. For some of us, it was keeping up with the immense amounts of schoolwork, or trying to find time to juggle multiple sports at a time. For others, it was problems at home. And for some, it was the fact that no matter how much work they put in, they simply couldn't win a game of Fortnite. And although these past years were tough, we still made it here today. But we must never forget the memories we made along the way, the people we met, and the foundations of relationships we continue to build upon. Now, as we enter this next chapter, we must not forget how we came to where we are today. I could give you guys seemingly inspirational advice about the future and tell you that everything will be okay. But the truth is, I'm terrified. You see, I don't have many skills, reading doesn't exactly appeal to me, and I put the fun in fundamentally incapable. So when I was writing my speech, I realized the best advice I could give you guys is to simply live your life in a way that makes you happy. Make sure that whatever you do it for yourself and nobody else. I still remember the first time I watched a Spider-Man movie. I instantly jumped off the couch and told my mom, I want to be like Spider-Man when I'm older. My mom replied, son, grow up. You graduate next week. In all seriousness, make sure you don't waste your life trying to please others. Do whatever your heart desires and do it to the best of your ability. Always strive for excellence, not success, in anything that you do. Because if you strive for excellence, success will follow no matter what. Now, as I conclude my speech, I would like to apologize if anything I said didn't exactly make sense to you. You see, it sounded fine in my head, but just like every other paper essay I've written in high school, I wrote it last night, and I may or may not have borrowed some of it from the internet. Thank you again, class of 2018, and a very big congratulations to all of you.
Thank you, Tahir. The class of 2018 has requested that all gathered join together to sing the alma mater one final time. You will find the words on the last page of your program. The singing of the alma mater will be led by Shayna Kulik. Shayna is the daughter of Mary and Ian Kulik. She will be attending school at the University of Central Florida.
Life, these words I will recall. Pride, achievement, and excellence will keep me standing tall. Silver and blue flow through my heart, my loyalty runs deep. And many years after the fun and laughter, the memories when my river is running low and my dreams are almost dry, my heart will always lead me back to Spanish River High. Silver and blue flow through my heart, my loyalty runs deep. And many years after the fun and laughter, the memories I'll keep. When my river is running low and my dreams are almost dry, my heart will always lead me back to Spanish River High, to Spanish River High, to Spanish River.
One of the traditions of Spanish River is to recognize one of its own with the distinguished title of Teacher of the Year. This educator is honored and respected amongst their peers and is the representative of the great Spanish River faculty. This year's Teacher of the Year is Ms. Mary Shanti. Thank you very much, Ms. Shanti. I would like to thank the PTSA, our foundation, and all the parents and community supporters involved for their endless support of Spanish River High School, as without that support, we would not have the success we have today. So thank you all. As we prepare for the presentation of diplomas, I ask that you remain seated so others may see. Please not come to the staging area, as professional photographers will be there taking pictures to preserve this moment for you and our students. I call your attention to the cords, ribbons, and sashes that the students are wearing, as they symbolize outstanding achievement in several areas noted in the program. At this moment, Spanish River would like to take a moment to remember and honor the Stoneman Douglas teachers and students. Please bow your head for a moment of silence in their honor. God bless. Thank you very much. Now, to move on to the part of the ceremony that you've all been waiting for, the presentation of diplomas. Seniors, you should be very proud of your accomplishments, as this is the first milestone of many you will have in your lives. Will the first row rise as Mr. Kevin Turner makes his way to the podium to begin with the presentation of the diplomas, starting with our academic top 20.
Tahir Kambadi, Duke University. Jordan Merrill, Columbia. Lily Alperstein, the University of Florida. Eric Lorenzo, Florida State University. Houston Barinholtz, the University of Florida. Alexa Damlia, Georgia. Rachel Cutler, Florida Gulf Coast. Kyla Gladstone, the University of Florida. Joseph Lipsick, the University of Michigan. Dara Weinstein, the University of Chicago. Bridget Anillo, Tulane University. Marissa Efron, the University of Pennsylvania. Samuel Rosenthal, Duke University. David Flores, Stanford University. Brandon Davies, the University of Pennsylvania. Cole McNally, the University of Florida. Jillian Saperstein, Washington University in St. Louis. Daniela Miller, Michigan. Hallie Young, the University of Florida. Cole Wilson, the University of Southern California. Ariana Staten, Northwestern. Ty Pomerantz, Duke University. Cole Davis, Duke University. Reagan Fink, the University of Florida. Kayla Winter, the University of Miami. Max Haar, the University of Florida. Jasper Scheiber, Michigan. Elliot Aboud. Jad Abu Kazam. Danielle Abramsky. Ryan Adams, Laith Akbar, Karina Ahrens, Alessandro Tonaboni, Alexis Almeida, Armand Oliverdian, Anna Alexander, Elena Alfonso, Bernice Alforque, Al Hassan Al-Qadi, Dominic Aleva, Marisol Almanza, Gabrielle Alameda, Bruna Amorim, Jashawn Anderson, Ellis Angomas, Lucas Anuza, Nathan Applebaum, Cassia Akeem de Matos, Alexander Alves, Adriana Arias, Kant Ong, Giovanna Oricchio, Juan Avila Mora, Kalani Azabache, Carlos Azurmendi, John Badoy, Nathaniel Bailey, Miranda Ball, Jacob Bemdas, Jordan Barboza, Karen Bard, Danielle Barron, Jessica Barrett, Cameron Barrios, Curtis Bataille, Yitzi Bat, Lara Bazzi, Jocelyn Beebe, Aaron Boborn, Christina Beck, Julia Belial, Alexandra Beline, Max Benjamin, Alec Bernstein, Mason Berry, Chelsea Bethel, Jacob Bizares, Braulio Bazzetti, Renato Bassetti, Alex Blanchard, Jared Bach, Alina Bogdanov, Alexis Bowling, Fabio Bocco, Daniel Bolick, Jaden Borneo, Annalise Boda, Elise Brackett, Jason Brackett, Marina Brandow, Jack Braverman, Thomas Brewer, Emma Brock, Max Brodsky, Benjamin Broidus, Javion Brumfield, Gianna Brown, Mason Brown, Mason Brown, Catherine Buezo Quiza, Brandon Bulmas, Ryan Burgess, Kent Berkman, Samuel Burton, Daniel Kaye, Sabrina Camarino, Ariana Capo, Miguel Caraballo, Anthony Cardania, Eve-Mael Carries, Aaron Carroll, Jordan Carter, Joseph Caruso, Felipe Carvalho, Frank Cassieri, Nicholas Costello, Michael Checo, Levens Charisma, Melanie Chong, Madison Chukla, Guillerme Sichong, Julia Savita, Benjamin Clarefield, Cameron Clark, Kyle Cody, Emily Coffey, Alyssa Cohen, Hannah Cohen, ML Cogren, Ashley Colby, Violet Comer-Weiland, Elizabeth Combs, Logan Conant, Patrick Consbrook, Tyler Copas, Lena Cota Diaz, Anessa Quicklinski, Joao Pedro da Cunha, Tammy da Horsha, Larissa da Silva, Juan da Silva Nunez, Ariel Douch, David Dawn, Shams Dowd, Malachi Davis Issa, Jonathan DeBrito, Victoria DeLovo, Nashvi De Luna, Rayana De Oliveira, Logan De Roana, Austin De Simone, Fiona DeVoe, Morgan DeDio, Hannah Dignati, Matthew Dignati, Teresa Dixon, Emily Jern, Colin Doherty, Harrison Dresner, Noel Dubois, Nethaniah Dugarin, Dave Durandis, Ali Dusenberry, Andrew Dusap, Caitlin Estep, Cassidy Ibrahimi, Eric Eckhart, Alexander Eddy, Andre Edelstein, Maurice Edelstein, Sonia Edelstein, Roger Edge, Alex Ehrenstein, Joseph Eisenberg, Lillian Elbogen, Kamal Elliott, Amanda Ellman, Ethan Eder, Hannah Fable, Eric Factor, Ramsey Fadlilla, Madison Faust, Rebecca Feldman, Evan Feldman, Hope Ferguson, Juan Fernandez, Alexa Fields, Ashley Figursky, Desislava Filipova, Lena Finkelstein, Jake Fishman, Jake Flax, Matt Flax, Priscilla Florido, Jake Fogarty,
my son, Jason Fox, Olivia Fox,
Jason Francis, Billy Friegestri, Christopher French, Griffin Fooster, Carlos Galdino, Natalia Galitza, Alejandra Galindez, Sebastian Garcia, Griffin Garraway, Yusef Gergis, Jenny Javre, Harrison Getson, Parum Gassimi, Christos Giacomatos, Stefanos Giacomatos, Kelly Gilmore, Mackenzie Gilmore, Tyler Jen, Kyle Ginter, Jillian Gipp, Ariana Glick, Philip Glick, Alexa Glickman, Ryan Glickman, Eric Goldstein, Nicholas Gomez, Daniel Goncalves, Dominique Gonzalez, Gianni Gonzalez, Justine Gross, Mario Guardurama, Maya Gadiri, Caitlin Gunther, Spencer Gallo, Grace Heinlein, Alicia Hellman, Carmel Hinchell, Ben Herman, Jeremy Hawk, Caitlin Holden, Quinn Horn, Charles Hutchins, Khan Ilaldi, Tashriq Islam, Anastasia Yurchak, Ryan Jabali, Brandon Jean, Javion Jordan, Mia Jordan, Nadia Cabej, Alec Kane, Ashley Kane, Matthew Cascal, Samantha Kaufman, Darren Kaya, Harrison Kay, Esther Kinberg, Jade King, Shayna Kulik, Bodan Kovayus, Benjamin Kozlowski, Jared Kranz, Guillerme Kranzfeld, Cameron Kretz, Emma Crevens, Anna Curtis, Maya Curvers, Rashawn Lang, Nicole Landy, Brooke Lang, Jessica Land, Catherine Lappin, Darren LaRay, Caitlin LaVecchia, Gabriella Lazazera, Francesca Lazo, Ezra Lee, David Lika, Pedro Leo, Sarah Lavande, Ryan Levinson, Jillian Leventhal, Ryan Levin, Jordan Levine, Daniel Lima, Jarrett Lomax, Lindsay Lord, Sam Loria, Stanley Lewis, James Lewis, Vilkins Lewis, Sydney Lubetkin, Caitlin Luisi, New Lee, Elizabeth Lynch, Nicholas Lyon,
Elena Makowitz, Hunter Magulik, Maite Maldonado, Jessica Mausman, Noah Manko, Adam Mansour, Carlos Mantilla, Marissa Martin, Gabrielle Mastorelli, Colette Max, Laura Mazuera, Sophia Mazuera, Lauren Massamero, Emily McNay, Michael Medina, Madeline Medoff, Ellen Mejia, Shayna Mendez, Jordan Mendiola, James Mary, Ariana Meserve, Lindsay Michelson, John Maharis, Anna Louisa Minardi, Amir Minateki, Anik Mitchell, Anik Mitchell, Jack Middlemark, Jason Tyler Mitterall, Daniel Molina, Deja Molinado, Felipe Monroy, Joseph Montanino, Sydney Moody, Donald Mormon, Maxwell Morganbesser, John Tommy Mullins, Joseph Munger, Robert Trent Nass, Sophia Navas, Rachel Needell, Maria Luisa Negreros, Taylor Nua, Aaron Noon, Alandino Norame, Jack Norris, Haley Nosek, Devin O'Connor, Peter Onacher, James Orr, Nicholas O'Sullivan, Valeria Otoya, Demetrius Panayotakos, Karina Papadoyanas, Peyton Parkin, Alexander Pearson, Sabrina Pecorelli, Teresa Policier, Valeria Pellegrino, Sebastian Pereira, Nicholas Perez, Anthony Patillo, Aaron J. Perez Gonzalez, Victor Petrov, Chloe Piazzesi, Sergio Pimentel, E. Pinchevsky, Patrick Pinheiro, Filippo Pires, Isabella Pizzadizer, Aubrey Port, Emily Posner, Carly Potts, Ayend Praiser. Thank you. Samantha Price, Casimir Prophet, Stefania Polito, Bianca Pulver, Erica Pulver, Dylan Quinn, Samuel Rabinowitz, Yael Rader, Santiago Ramirez, Cameron Reyes, Lester Reyes, Tanya Pond Rich, Aiden Rinkus, Maria Rivera, Nicholas Rivera, Michael Roberts, Kobe Robin, Dania Rodriguez, Rydell Rodriguez, Ingrid Rosado, Rachel Rosen, Christopher Rosenberg, Sarah Rosengarten, Jade Sievers, Conrad Roskowski, Berend Rue, Michael Rubenstein, Carolina Roberte, Allison Rubin, Alex Rudnick, Samantha Rudnick, Patricia Sablan, Alexander Saul, Noah Salvez, Rodrigo Samaniego, Joseph Sanfilippo, Lauren Sasloff, Kimberly Saunders, Mackinson Sauvier, Stephanie Sowicki, Andrew Scabello, Nicholas Shale, Arthur Scheib, Hannah Schenk, Molly Schiller, Taylor Schneider, Julia Schneer, Shania Schulman, Jake Schwartz, Giovanni Schwartz, Sarah Scott, Tyler Scott, Cameron Shapiro, Carly Shasho, Alexa Shavitz, Sophia Shepard, Logan Shoemaker, Stephanie Showalter, Joshua Seidler, Cesar Cifuentes, Arthur Silva, Summer Silverman, David Silves, Samantha Sindone, Cyan Smith, Richard Solomon, Anna Souza, Isabella Speeddow, Benjamin Spiesman, Samuel Spiesman, Matthew Squid-Terry. Shawnee Stark. Avery Stein. Madeline Steinberg. Max Steinman. Alan Stillman. Jillian Strelitz. Joseph Story. Alex Stubach. Cameron Sturdy. Brandon Susser. Stephen Swan. Carly Silvestri. Kendall Tabachnik. Marcel Tabasto. Mia Tarquinio. Abigail Taylor. Nadine Tabaili. Alexander Thabet. Samantha Turan. Todd Thomas. Anthony Throffel. Jeff Terrell. Anya Tollison. Ethan Trowbridge. Nicholas Tucker. Dylan Turner. Robert Uriarte. Sarah Yushisti Abreu. Joseph Valiente. Takiana Valicio. Michelle Valverde Mondazzi. Toby Von Neps. Melissa Barris. Maria Baron. Chase Vasquez. Amber Voss. Taylor Vasari. Carolina Federaya. Ariana Villela Mugnato. Fabrizia Villeja Mugnato. Shannon Barrasso. Joseph Wallace. Rachel Weinstein. Adam Wiseman. Mason Williams. Antonio Wilson. Philip Wilson. Tyree Wilson. Gary Wiltsey. Melissa Wool. Abby Wolf. Austin Wolf. Anna Wolverton. Lindsay Wright. Vanessa Wright. Madeline Wolf. Megan Yaffa. Michaela Yentz. Ann Youssef. Claire Zeldis. Tyrese DeMazier. Gabrielle Gallo. Breno Gomez. Megan Gallegly. Kaylee Yaffe. Nina Williams. Arda Yarman. Michael Morocco. The last graduate in the class of 2018 is Danielle Demanovich.
Spread out. Seniors, please rise. At this time, move the tassel from the right side of your mortarboards to the left side. The end of your high school career is before you. You carry the dreams, hopes, and future of this great nation in your hands. This auditorium is filled with individuals who have supported you and look forward to seeing the greatness you have yet to achieve. And now, by the power vested in me by the School District of Palm Beach County and Superintendent Donald Fenoy, I now pronounce you 2018 graduates of Spanish River Community High School. All, please stand for the reception of these graduates. Please wait until all the graduates have exited the building prior to you exiting. I thank all in attendance for being here to support our students.
Thank you.